All right, back with Bike Skills Project. Standing is what we're talking about today. And this is an intimidating subject for some people. The belief, I think, a lot of times is that it's not an efficient posture. But in fact, we have a whole set of muscles and our body weight and our arms that we can use to get ourselves up and over hills. So a lot of times we'll see our sport and more recreational riders not really use standing very much because of that sort of myth. But if they did, they'd find climbs way easier and more energy just because we're using more muscles. You got them all there, let's use them. So the basic idea here, similar to our cornering, is that we need to get that bike moving underneath us. This is a big theme in mountain biking, is that bike, over logs or side to side for standing or cornering. So the side to side motion with our stable torso, that athletic position, is a big part of what we're trying to get here. So just drilling this and making yourself stand is the best way to practice. Stand more on the trail, stand more on the road, and you'll get better at it. You'll become more efficient. So a big benefit that I've talked about a few times is this idea of comfort. And in fact, standing can be a great way to just let sort of that, the postural break for your back, your butt, sit on saddle, especially on the road. So many people have trouble with saddle sores, and I really think it's because we don't stand up. Just give our tissue a break, a bit of a tissue break, a bit of a posture break, adjust that posture where we're sitting, get back in that sweet spot. I bet you we could avoid a lot of those issues with saddles and a lot more comfort. And so again, it's, let's use those muscles, let's, use that posture to make our cycling better. So it's very worthwhile.
Go for it.
So when we're looking at standing and deciding whether it's, a good strategy or a bad strategy or form, whether the form's good or not, we're really looking for, is that bike moving to the side with a relatively stable torso? You're gonna see a bit of variance in styles and depending on body proportions, a little bit of bobbing and stuff. But generally we want our body, our torso very stable, and we're using that arm to pull the bike over as we're pedaling down. So we're throwing it over as that right foot's going down, and we're finding, almost like running, where we touch the ground running, we need to find that stability at the bottom of the pedal stroke. And so that's why we move the bike sideways, just like cornering, to stomp on that outside foot with all our body weight, really powerful. And then we bring it back over and get that bars hold, thrown over with our upper body, and then stomp that left back down, and we find stability. So what's missing a lot of times is that finding stability. We stay too far, too upright, and we miss this opportunity to get that stability at the bottom of the pedal stroke. It would be like running and never touching the ground. It's impossible. So in bicycling, we're allowed to do that, but it's not efficient. We're never going to do that for very long. So this is what you're really looking for, is that stability. Can you do it for an extended period? Your seat post breaks, can you get home?